screen. I was just talking to Diego. Let me just wipe that off. Wow, my screen is so dirty. I can't even see myself. It's probably not a bad thing, to be honest. Oh my god, I've got no way of looking at the chat. Okay, hold on. Let's just do this. Oh, we better. That looks nice. So I'm down at the beach at Legian, the end of my street. Legian Beach. Oh, beach cleanup every Friday morning. Oh, damn it, it's Friday morning. I missed it. Oh, I picked up rubbish on the beach. Oh. Anyway, let's put our hat on. Let's go for a walk. I figure we go on the beach, right? It's what we'd be doing at home in Australia. So why not go on the beach? I've got a ton of sunscreen on. Welcome to the chat, guys. This is Legian Beach in Bali. We have a few little places to eat here. A lot of beach bars setting up for the day. We might go say hi to Michael. Michael is a cool guy that I've met here. He owns one of these beach bars. He's had 2 days off for the day of silence. A lot of people actually had 2 days off, which is, I think, is amazing, really. Beautiful. Okay, one thing we always do when we go to the beach, get our tripod out. So that is my jumping for joy / gratefulness. So we all should be grateful, right? So I'm going to put my hands up in the air. Tide must be coming up. Sadly, all that rubbish is coming up with the tide. Very, very sad. But just certain times the rubbish is worse here. Depending on the weather and the tides and the wind and all that kind of stuff, it blows all the rubbish into the water. Well, not in the water, but into the tide and then up on the beach here. So most mornings, they actually have a big cleanup. Maybe they haven't started yet already, but they've got big backhoes that clean it all up. They rake the beach. Now, where's my mate? Okay, this is the one yeah, he's up this way. This is a really interesting place. Azul, it's called. Azul is, in Espanol, is blue. I don't know if you can see that, guys. The sun's there. It's a very cool looking building. Is this guy fishing? I think he's fishing. I wonder what fish you get here. So these are the local toilets, guys. At the beaches, they have toilet blocks set up so that you can go to the toilet. You've got to pay 50 cents. 5,000 rupiah, which is about 50 cents Australian. Actually, you know what? It looks like a lot of the little beach bars might not even set up today, or maybe just set up later. This one here, I called Uncle Chang. Uncle Chang. I think Uncle Chan. Uncle Chan. I follow him on YouTube. He's on Facebook. He's actually pretty cool. He does like beach reports and tells you about all the different things that's happening in Bali. Oh, we have Maddie. Hey, Maddie. Where's Paul? Oh, he'll be getting coffee somewhere. I'll probably run into him on the beach. He'll turn up sooner or later. He always goes and has breakfast, gets breakfast downstairs at the hotel. I have breakfast in my room. And then he goes and has coffee. So he gets coffee down this way, so we'll run into him on the beach. I'm just going to say hello to our friend Michael. He's had 2 days off. He hasn't even set up yet. This is Michael's bar just here next to Bruno's beach bar. He hasn't even come, he's not even set up. So just here, guys. See there, the empty little shack that's like, well, not empty, it's not open. That is my friend Michael. He runs a beach bar there that I've been going to, or Paul and I have been going to. I'm sure he'll set up later on. He's had 2 days off. He's gone to his family's up in, I don't know, actually, I think he said near Bud. So, you know, a little bit away, probably about 2 hours away from where we are down here, Legian. So you can rent these like umbrellas and stuff like that. Or you buy a couple of drinks and you can, you know, sit there. So you can see someone starting to rake up the rubbish. I'm going to go for a short walk, take you guys on the walk with me. And then I'm going to have a second breakfast. I'm going to have brunch. I'm dying for bacon and eggs, some toast. Oh, if I could get an Indonesian breakfast, that'd be nice. Which is, there's no such thing. Indonesians eat anything for any time of the day. So you can have something yummy to eat for breakfast any time of the day. That's the Indonesian way. Could be the Asian way, to be honest. Welcome in. I can't really see who's in the chat. I was just talking to Diego on the phone and I had my ear on the phone. I had my ear on the phone like that. And I've got a whole face full of sunscreen. And so I've got sunscreen all over the screen. So I really can't see the screen. So not being ignorant, but I am being ignorant. I can't see the screen. So as you see down this way, there's been a lot of rubbish that's come up on the tide. And obviously, this is like 24 hours too, because yesterday was a day of silence here in Bali, so everything was closed down. You can't go to the beach, you can't go anywhere, you can't even leave your hotel room or your accommodation. So the beach wasn't cleaned up. So I'm surprised they haven't got, like, it's 9 o'clock actually, 9 a.m. here in Bali. So I'm surprised they haven't started cleaning it up. I really am surprised. Guys, don't be shocked. I mean, this is shocking, I'll be honest, this is shocking to see this. But this is not how Bali always is. There's a couple of times a year when the wind and the tide is really, really bad, and it directs all the rubbish that has been chucked into the ocean from other parts of Indonesia, and it ends up on this beach. It's very, very sad to see. Obviously, I'm part Indonesian, so I'm not saying anything bad about Indonesia. Obviously, I'm in Indonesia and I'm half Indonesian. But education is something that's not, given. Like, I live in a Western country in Australia. Everyone has to go to school, right? If you don't go to school, you get in trouble, right? Literally. In Asian countries, it's not a given to go to school, And in school, you get taught about, littering and how it's actually like plastic. These plastic cups are so bad for the environment. Like, plastic in general is so bad for the environment. Like straws. In Australia, it's illegal to have straws now. I love that because, it's illegal to have straws. Like these plastic straws, they end up in like animals' mouths and fish's mouths. So that's one good thing that Australia's implemented. No plastic straws. But the plastic bottles is an issue. But here in Indonesia, as I said, education is not widely a given, and people chuck rubbish into the ocean. It's very, very sad to see. I said it's not a representation of Indonesia. It's just a representation of some people that haven't been educated and talked about what to do with rubbish. Like, for example, in Nepal, you know what they do with rubbish in Nepal? Like plastic? They burn it. So again, education hasn't taught them that burning rubbish like plastic is actually really, really bad for the environment and really bad for their health. So when you're walking the streets in Nepal, in like Kathmandu, you'll see these rubbish piles of plastic bottles, and they've burnt them. So like I walk around, when I was in Kathmandu, I was walking around like this. Because you don't want to be smelling it, like, breathing in plastic that's burnt. Plastic is so bad. Plastic is so toxic for our environment in general. So it's very, very interesting. A lot of to be honest, this guy's giving someone a coconut. Actually, I could go a coconut this morning. I'm actually going to go support one of the locals down this end. If you notice here, these guys even got, it's a surf school. Okay, probably shouldn't be showing young girls in bikinis or in togs. Some weirdos on these chats might be like, ooh. That's the first time I've seen people actually surfing with helmets. So what I'm saying is this beach here is quite wide, but when we get further up here, the beach has literally disappeared. So I'd really like to support one of the local beaches up here that, have no beach. And obviously, as a tourist, you want to sit at the beach, right? So a lot of the locals down this end have got less business because, they don't have a beach, and people are not so keen on sitting at their beach bars. Can someone in the chat please just put an emoji there? You don't need to talk, but just so that I know the live is actually live. Sometimes the live's cut off and I don't even know. YouTube just keeps on running the live, but the actual live is not still live. It's just when it gets disconnected sometimes, that's what happens. And I don't know if it's been disconnected or not. Whoa. Okay, don't bite. Can you please just put an emoji in the chat just so I know the live is live? Otherwise, I don't actually know it is live or not live. Fresh coconut. Yeah, we're going to find somewhere to sit and have a fresh coconut, guys. That is what our mission this morning. Then after that, I'm going to go find some breakfast. Well, it does feel like it's like 100 degrees. It's really hot and the humidity is so a lot. The humidity is a lot. So through here, you'll see a lot of surfboards. This is where a lot of the surf schools are. Calling anyone that's watching this chat, can you please put an emoji in the chat just so that I know the live is still running? That won't be the first time and that won't be the last time that ever happens to me. It says there's 2 people watching. Is there 2 people watching or there's 2 people? Can you put an emoji or just a hello in the chat just so that I know the live is still working? As I said, the lives sometimes turn off and I don't know. It's just a bit of a flaw with the YouTube lives that if they disconnect, the live still runs and yeah, you don't know. Otherwise, I'm just going to turn it off. Well, maybe it has turned off because no one's talking.